But I have to tell you, this girl's case will make headline news in no time. Our country is going to face political backlash in the Australian government.
I can't just sit here and let you hang my daughter.
I'm here to help you.
You're my lawyer, right?
Yeah, I am.
God damn it, Sarah, why did you have to do drugs?
I didn't do it, Dad! It wasn't me!
I don't know what to do. I've been selling insurance for over 20 years. I can't even get my daughter out of this mess.
Dad, stop it! That's enough! God!
We saw what happened the moment we hung Flor Contemplacion, Van Damme and Nguyen. Is this government ready to face such repercussions again?
If Sarah goes to the gallows, you have to promise me you're going to be there with her till the end. Promise me this, Herman.
Justice Ibrahim, I'm pleading and I'm begging you, please, don't hang this girl. All I want is for Sarah Madison to get a fair trial. Is that too much to ask?
I worked so hard on this case.
So do I. Hey, I take the crap for all these too, you know? Those stitches?
Oh, well, next time you go tell that bitch, she can fucking stitch you up.
What bitch? What are you talking about? Who are you referring to?
I'm just about to walk out on you.
Go ahead, bail her out!
That's enough to hang you 5 times.
Objection, Your Honour! That was uncalled for.
Get out of here! Hi, Hillman. So, can you just tell us a bit about the film, what it's about, and what inspired you to work on it?
Alright, after the emergence of Waiting 1 that happened last year, we thought that this is a good concept for us to come up with another film with the same concept but a different storyline. In Waiting 1, it was a very clear-cut case of someone being very bad and then they received a death sentence. So we were thinking like, in Waiting 2, let's put more drama. Let's have a girl on death row, put more emotional intense into it, and then we see how things goes. The initial idea was actually a short film, but as the time goes on, because there were more writing from other countries giving us the kind of sponsorship and stuff like that, so the need of making a feature film was quite prominent. So we had to, make the stories much longer. So me and my team, we spent the whole entire summer to actually come up with this feature-length film, this feature-length script, and after that, we got some approval from many parties, and we were just gearing up to find the right crew and the right cast for it.
Yep. Can you tell us what inspired? Was there a specific event that inspired?
It's actually inspired by a book that is being banned in my country, but through that we got a lot of areas that is not being told to the public that we wish to tell to the audience. So it's a bit of an underground thing, of course, and our production name is Fames Underground, so we do a lot of underground films. And through that story, we just inspired to add more drama, more things that happen in films but doesn't happen in real life. So with that, we try to inject every element of surprise, every element of emotion, feelings, in terms of family, unity, friendship, and sacrifice and stuff like that into this film. And fortunately, it did work out, quite well. Yep.
Great.
When taking on the roles, did you guys feel the roles were challenging enough for you? Sorry?
Well, yes, it was my first acting experience, ever. So it was really challenging, and especially because it was really a really emotional role. I had to cry a lot. So that took a toll on me. Like, I remember after the first time we did the first scene, I was really emotionally drained. And yeah, so it was really challenging, and it was a really good experience, especially for a first role, like my first acting experience ever. So yeah, it was good.
Jamie?
Yeah, it was probably one of the most challenging roles that I played, actually. Bella's a pretty complex character, and there was a lot of depth to her, so I did feel some of the scenes were really, really quite challenging for me. So there were a few scenes where that were quite emotional, and also some scenes where there was a big gang that attacked me, and I did have a few nightmares.
For me, it's like basically it's something which I always look at myself with, because a lot of people are asking me like, in Waiting 1 you were a thug, and then suddenly this Waiting 2 you acted as a cop. Why the sudden change of character and stuff like that? I was like saying to them, I feel much more natural becoming someone good than becoming something which I'm not that. So because of experience of becoming a law enforcer and knowing a lot of things that happen behind the scenes law enforcement, so I was telling myself, let's just bring that character into it and bring the charms and the corruptness of becoming a cop into this film. So yeah, basically that's how I looked at it most of the time.
And Alicia?
I definitely found this role challenging, just because it was a topic and subject that was really, I don't know how to describe it.
Serious?
Yeah, it was really serious, and just to know like this actually does go on, it's quite scary. So yeah, it was really fun doing it. I really enjoyed working with the cast and crew.
And Dale?
Yeah, I found it quite challenging. Just like Flavia said, just capturing the emotion of the character required for the film. It wasn't sort of like a happy film either. We had to sort of be quite serious about it, and yeah, just to sort of get that emotion, because
I didn't remember you being happy in any part of the film.
No, Lord no.
Yeah.
As soon as I read the script, I thought, nice.
That's like, there's never a time in the film that you were happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
He's always stressful.
It was a good challenge, and yeah, look forward to seeing
And
the
his
final
hair
product.
wasn't like this.
Yeah, no, my hair was flat, so I had to try to look a bit older than what I am. So yeah.
Yeah. So do any of you guys feel that there were any stereotypes in the movie? Or any stereotypes portrayed?
I have to watch the movie first, I think.
Or as you
yeah.
were filming the movie?
Or when you guys read the script, do you feel any stereotypes developing, or any of them were actually away from the stereotype?
Well, I did like the fact that there was a blonde lawyer. So I thought that was a pretty anti-stereotype.
Against the stereotype.
Yes.
I agree.
It was inspired by Legally Blonde, actually. Yeah, so yeah, because when we did the casting for Bella, it was my producer was like saying like, who do you have in mind? So I was like, yeah, I got this girl in mind. So and he said maybe we should find someone a bit out of the Singapore jurisdiction. Then he was like saying, what do you mean? Someone not Asian, someone. Then I said, Eurasian, yeah, blonde, yeah, possibly. So it was that we just come in search for. We keep on hunting a lot of blonde girls to which one who can actually take this role. And if you ask me, in terms of other stereotypes, it's like guys are blind. Yeah, I showed a lot of that stereotype that being guys are blind, and the stereotypes of that what she just mentioned of they always consider blonde to be something else, but this time it's
You can say
yeah,
it.
it's a different it's a different I don't want a lot of blondes to hunt me after this, but yeah, basically that's the two most main stereotype. Guys are blind by almost everything. So
I guess with the thug as well. I mean, there's that stereotype of,
yeah, tattoos.
you know, the tattoos, the big bad wolf. I don't know. So
He was actually very nice.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
actually,
very nice.
he's a really good
He was
guy.
scary, but he was
Yeah, in
It
fact,
looks
one
good.
of them actually come up to me and say that it's a typical stereotype. Just because we have tattoos, you put us as a thug. I was like, and then I was like, well, guy, this is Singapore. You can't have tattoo to be a police officer, so you fall under that category of becoming a thug. But they did very well as well. So yeah.
So,
So is there a stereotype for daddies?
No, I think you
This-
just covered,
this-
you covered that
yeah.
question pretty well.
Is this not your first time becoming a dad, right? remember
No, I've played a dad a couple of times.
Yeah,
but,
I remember one time you did a dad for one of our productions, 11-year-old kid.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, 11-year-old kid,
Forgot about that, yeah.
which is much more smarter than his father. So,
Yes, yeah. Well, I can honestly say I think the girls were a lot smarter than me as
Yeah,
well on this
yeah.
one. So, but yeah, no, I love playing the role of father again. It was good. Thank you, Hillman, for giving me that chance. Like, I don't think you're trying to like precast me. in all
You're old.
father
You're
roles.
old. Yeah.
Jane,
Yeah,
you were the
yeah.
defense lawyer Isabella Hartley in this film. Is it the most mature character you've been so far?
Yes, I'd say it has been. I mean, normally I play 16, 17-year-old girls, so, and they're also usually a bit of a lighter character. So yeah, it's definitely the most mature character I've played. So, I don't think I've ever played anybody over 20.
Do you like to be
No, what about the
portrayed?
mermaid?
Well, the mermaid wasn't really an age, I suppose. It was when I played a mermaid, there was no age range whatsoever. So I guess I was just playing a mermaid and not
You
a
were referring to Grace
25-year-old.
Gatsby, right?
Grey Gatsby.
Oh, okay. I know what
Yeah,
it's- Yep. So basically, do you like being treated as matured? Yeah.
I mean, I don't really want to typecast myself, but I did like the experience of playing somebody really different and such a complex character. So, yeah, I was really grateful for that. But yeah, it's not something that I wouldn't do again. It just depends on what comes up, and if the character's something that I want to play, then I'd definitely play a more mature character again.
Well, you're a law student as well, right?
Yeah, so it just
It's
it
good
was in her
practice. It's
field.
good practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see yourself 5 years from now. Oh yeah, 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know that I'll be defending someone on death row.
Oh no.
Or you hope not.
No. Especially not straight out of law school.
So Hillman, you play the main thug in Waiting 1, and in Waiting 2, your character changes. You become the head investigator. Why the sudden change of character?
Like as I mentioned, like what she mentioned, do not want to be typecast. I don't want to be typecast as well. Like, I mean, in Singapore, when I was doing some acting, they always give me to become the villain. To a certain point, I asked myself, why am I so that bad looking? People always put me to become a villain. So it's like, it's about time I wanna go out of the norms, and I wanna see myself. It's either you can put me to become the very bad or the very good one. So I wanna change to become something very good. Other than that, basically, in terms of a lot of people are confused. Is there any relation between Waiting 1 and Waiting 2? There is no relations at all. It's just the same concept, but a different storyline. So if you were to watch Waiting 1 and Waiting 2, right, do not be confused of our characters, because there's no relations between Holman Matsuri and Inspector Herman Adam. It's totally the different person. And if you were to see Dale in Waiting 1, he's the police captain, and right now he's the dying father. So it's totally a different it's a different story, but based on the same concept that we did for the Waiting concept. And if you ask me, the sudden change of atmosphere is because I don't see myself much more of an actor that much, but and given the chance to act, you just want to go with anything, becoming a villain, becoming the hero, a straight cut hero, not the long hair type of thing. And well, I don't consider myself a hero as well. There's some parts of the film that the producers, when they watched the film last week with a bunch of producers, me and a bunch of producers, they actually said someone else should have been the hero, and that someone else I will tell you guys later on, after we watch the film.
Alyssa, you played Beverly Matheson, the sister of the accused Sarah Matheson. How do you feel with your character in this film?
Well, I have a sister in real life, and so I treated Flavia as my sister in this film, and it really brings out real emotions and feelings, and God forbid if that ever happened to my sister, like it's a horrible experience, and I wouldn't wish it upon any family to have to go through it. And just playing the character, you get into that mindset. So, yeah, it was an absolute eye-opener playing this character.
You really felt that Flavia is your sister in this film?
Absolutely,
Yeah, I felt that
she
too.
looks like my sister as well, so
Yeah, I felt that
similar.
too. Like that intense sisterly connection. I felt that in that film.
Yeah. So, Dale, how do you feel about playing the role as a father to two beautiful daughters?
I'm a very lucky guy. Yeah, a very lucky dad. No,
Proud father.
proud father. Probably should have said that first.
She's on death row, man.
Yeah, no.
Good genes.
No, yeah, no. I'll just say that just playing the role of the dad. Like I have played the role of a father
Yep.
before, as we said earlier, but this is the first time I've played it under these particular circumstances, which again was a challenge. But I can honestly say, just with Alicia and Flavia, that they're very wonderful actresses, and they did a superb job in this film. And it was an absolute honour to work with them, and I hope I get to work with them again because they were great off screen. Just we got along great, and just because they're talented, and I look forward to working with them again very soon.
You look forward to becoming a father again.
Father or whatever role, because they were just brilliant, and just can't wait to do it again.
It'd be funny if you're playing their lover in another film.
Yeah, that would be a bit awkward.
Sorry, I had to say it.
No, that's okay.
Are you crying?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's crying. It's okay.
yeah, it's a very emotional film, so yeah, it's alright to cry.
So I'm getting ready
No.
for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just very much so.
We'll all be crying, so you won't be alone.
Crazy! Taking away all my family, is that crazy?
Flavia, you were chosen one of among 300 over 300 applicants applied for this role, and you were the chosen one of Sarah Madison. When given the opportunity to be Sarah, how did you get yourself into your character?
Well, I practiced my lines a lot, so I did that. I've never acted before, so that was my main concern at the beginning because I was thinking, oh my god, I can't forget my lines. So I think that's what I did. I just wanted to memorize everything and get that down packed. And then I knew that it was a really emotional character, so I just tried different techniques to, build that emotion. So I tried listening to sad music and thinking about sad things like puppies dying and stuff. That was
Way to bring down the mood.
It's not working out, obviously.
Sorry, I don't know. I just had to think of something sad, and someone said, "Oh, think of like a puppy died," and I was like, "Oh, that's sad."
That's really sad.
So I was like, "All right." So I think that's what I did. I don't know. I felt like I wanted to be as natural as possible. Like I didn't want to overdo it, overthink about it, because I've seen, I don't know, people before acting and overthinking, and then just being really coming across really fake. So I tried to be as natural as possible, and I don't know, I hope I did well.
Yeah, because it's interesting, in some of the scenes, you can actually, cry on demand. So what was the thing that you were actually thinking on the scene itself? Especially, there was a lot of scenes that you actually cry on demand. We actually just saw tears dripping down your cheeks just like that, Were you thinking of puppies then?
No, it didn't work. I was like, what I did, I don't know, this must sound really weird, but I just concentrate. I just look at one spot and concentrate my eyes, and it just gets me
You don't
to...
blink.
Yeah, I don't blink and just concentrate for 5 seconds before you say action, and then I look up and blah, everything comes out. Yeah.
There was no like eye drops or anything. Yeah.
No.
So yeah.
I tried the Vicks and that didn't work because he
true.
made it really cold here, and I was like, no, that doesn't
She
work.
mentioned
That'd
Vicks.
be
That's
quite
one of the tricks, but yeah.
It was really when we were doing the courtroom scene, and you were crying, and then you got taken away. We all started crying. We didn't even need to act. It was like it was like it was real. It was really scary.
It was a natural thing. Even
we
even
didn't have
when,
to act.
the producers was like asking like, how did she cry on demand? And I was like, I made a joke. I said I pinched her before that, but it's totally different. Yeah, it's actually because of that. Even she was actually like crying during her audition. To a certain point, I was like, wow, that was. I remember she was the only person in the audition room that when she stand up, the chair actually falls, and we were like, wow, that's very dramatic. And seriously, she was the last person. She was the last person to enter the audition room, and basically she was the best as well. So yeah, she got that role.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hilman, you directed this film, but you also acted in it. How satisfied are you with the cast?
How satisfied. I'm overwhelmed. I'm mesmerized. Can you look into the dictionary what other words can explain? Seriously, not only me, it's basically even my producers were like asking. It was a well casted film because of when they saw the bonding between the two sisters. They were like, are they really sisters? And then we were like, nah. So well, then how do you manage to get someone so closely? It's like it's called luck. That's what I said. So basically, when we saw they saw the breed of characters, they also was telling me things like, are you trying to cheat this film by, because you know how producers, they can be really mean towards directors, and they were asking me that, are you using star power in this film? And I said, well, I didn't realize they were really a star until I actually, looked through into their resumes and stuff like that. Then I realized that actually I might be using a bit of star power, but throughout the entire film, I regard everyone as the same, like that everyone has their own potentials, and yeah, Flavia is there as because I really needed a girl who looked like a 18-year-old girl, can't be too, can't be
That's
too,
a compliment.
yeah, like.
I'm actually 23. Come on.
Yeah, so basically, and even when they watched the trailer the first time, they were like saying to me the acting was so convincing. To a certain point, I was like, hell yeah, it's not to compliment myself, but when producers say something good like that, about the casting and stuff like, where do you find all these actors? And I said it's just right outside, just in Western Australia. It's just full of, talented
Western
people.
Australia is the place to be.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Let's promote
Tell
that.
the whole
Right?
world
Western
that,
Australia
yeah.
is the place to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
No other place.
How far did the original story differ from the end product? And were there additional casts injected during the making of the film?
There were heaps of characters being injected in the making of the film. Actually, the whole entire film was very just sad and emotional. And then when I get to meet a lot of crazy people in the making of the film, they were like, let's put a lot of chaos in this film. Let's put a lot of gunfire, gun battles. Let's put this lawyer into some risk, having to fight with gangsters and stuff like that. So these are just the type of thing that builds up in the making of the film, that makes the film much more lively. If not, it's gonna be like, all right, everyone is sad, crying, and then that's it. But we actually in the making of this film, I did spoke to actors, and then they come up to me. Why not? We try to do this, and if I can accommodate their idea, I'll go all out for that. And basically, especially the thugs, they always have a lot of things like. They don't want to be on the set to just do a scene where they confront me. They want to be fighting. They want to be shooting guns. They want to be do all of that. So let's put that into the whole film and see how it goes. And then putting a bit of flavor. They want to hurt a girl. I said, all right, Jamie, you're in. All right, we're gonna put some threat into you. All right, don't be afraid of don't be afraid of them because I'm around. Right, they will don't do anything. But the thing is, it was a good remedy to see that kind of. Intense action, and it just materialized to become one of the action films as well.
Because I noticed when I read the original script, it was
Yeah.
totally different to half the ideas you were going
was
with.
totally
It was
different,
like
yeah.
a couple more fight scenes. I was like, where did this come? This wasn't in
Yeah.
the original script.
There was not even a single gun being fired in the script itself.
Yeah.
But as the things goes on, and our team gets much more familiar with CGI, we were like, all right, let's put some gun battle, let's put some explosion if there is a need for explosion, and it just works out, you know. It becomes like an infernal affair crime kind of film, more than just a lawyer, judge, and justice. Yep.
Jamie and Alicia, you guys were voted as the star factor in the movie, and Flavia, you were voted as the best newcomer, and Dale as a veteran actor in this film.
Yes.
Compliment.
Yes.
Hilman, can you just explain that a bit to us?
Okay. This was voted by the producers, you know, saying that they are the star actors. So I was like, for me, they are actors, and then as the time goes on, I think they themselves, as their personality, actually reflects the kind of characters that they try to imbuild in this film. And with that, I try to get the best out of their performance. Like when I first look at Alicia, I saw her as like she can be a sister, which is a successful sister, and she's a very successful woman, matured. That's what I see in her. And when I see Bella, at first it was a bit of like, unstable in some ways, but as time goes on, she just builds up that character. That's the elevation that we see in Bella. And of course, Flavia becomes someone from an 18-year-old girl to become much more matured in times that she was serving her death row. So yeah, that elevation was the time that the producers actually saw in every characters, and basically through that, they were also quite happy, and they were quite impressed with how the relationship between the characters is not a very straight-cut relationship. There is complexity into it. So we can't say like, oh, Bella likes Herman. There is no direct link to that. Audience have the right to, audience have a say to it. Like you can say, oh, they are just friends, or they are a couple, or they are friends with benefit. It's just up to you guys to decide. It's not a straight cut thing like, oh, that's my boyfriend or stuff like that. So yeah, and I'm sure like being voted for this, yeah, you guys might want to.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Do you
what's
guys
your opinion?
agree to that?
Agree, disagree?
Well, I think it's nice to be voted best newcomer. I don't know how many newcomers there are, but
There's plenty of newcomers in the film, but yeah.
but no, like it is. I'm grateful. Thank you. Like it's nice.
I think Flavia did an exceptional job. Like I am blown away that was her first project.
Yeah.
It was very, very well done performance.
Watch this
Yeah.
space. Watch her. She's gonna be big.
Oh, thank you.
No, she was incredible. She really was. Well, I'm a little bit shocked. I don't know about you, about our voting.
So yeah, I feel honoured, and like I said, it's like been a great experience working with everyone, and it's been a learning experience as well. And I feel like I've grown as an actress from doing this project. So yeah, it's been great.
It's been a really good challenge, and I'm really glad I did it, and just so grateful for all the experience I had, and I really grew as an actress as well. I feel like I'm ready to take on other things.
Are you ready to take on as a mother?
I wouldn't be taking on a mother anytime soon, but I am taking on Los Angeles, so...
Will there be a waiting 3?
Possible. Yeah. They are expecting me to think about a story in the summer, but yeah, they're still in the making.
Now the film will be in Singapore, won't it?
In Singapore or Malaysia, basically. But one never knows. I might come back to WA just for that film. After all, it only took 9 weeks to make this film, so I think if you give me like 18 weeks, I can make something. Yeah. We can make something out of that thing. Yeah, and then that's where the development of new actors starts coming out, start to shine, and yeah, of course, I will never forget about Dale. Dale is always the first in my mind. Whenever I'm like, the script is being done, alright, okay, first person to contact Dale Barnard, because he has never turned down any production characters from my side all the time. So every time I said, Dale, are you free? He will just say yes, and that's the kind of answers that I like from actors. Answers such as I'm currently doing this. Okay, all right, no worries. So it was a lot of they are not the main cast. Like they are not the planned cast for this film. It was a lot of drop out from all the other actors that I actually structured an audition for this whole thing. And even Alicia and Jamie, they went for the audition as well. and it was just an audition for one character, and from there, all the one that doesn't made it for Sarah Madison, it's time that we use them for other supporting characters or even much more bigger character. If you ask me, Jamie is one of the luckiest one because the girl who was supposed to act as a character dropped out at the very last minute of the production, and I was in need to find a blonde for this film. So all the blondes that auditioned for Sarah Madison, I just give them a call. She was the first to get back to me, and I said, "All right, you have to pace yourself because this is a role which is for me is much more tougher than Sarah Madison." And needs more commitment, and she stepped up to it, and she did with flying colors. And yeah, even the crew and the cast all looking forward to work with her. I remember like all the other guys, they were always asking me, "Hey, tomorrow's shooting, is Alicia and Jamie and Flavia going to be there?" I was like, "Yeah, they're going to be there. I'm definitely going to be there, man." It's like, so that is like the X factor to actually draws everyone to camera. It's like, I was like saying that actually I did not intend to have you guys on the set, but because you guys gave me that kind of excitement, by all means have you guys on set. So that is it makes my job easier as well, to have more people on set, because the more people on the frame is just nice to watch rather than having two people talking trash on screen. So yeah, and that's the progress of the entire film. But Dale, you must have made. What's your purpose being voted as veteran in this film?
Well, I don't have a choice. No, it's an honour, and thank you for all the kind things you just said there. It was a pleasure to do the film. I'm glad I said yes to it.
I'm saying that because we are on camera.
All right. You're gonna say something different. You're gonna say something different off camera, are you?
The thing is that Dale always have exceptional talent. Like, he is versatile in every way. He can be a retarded dad. He can be a good father. I've seen him in most characters. He can be even a zombie, which he always been. So it's like,
it's true.
So basically, he is just everywhere. I think, how many films have you acted so far?
Well, over 70.
70
Wow.
films.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro of University Films.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, yeah.
Except he's got hair.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, just. Yeah.
So basically, that's the whole experience, and yeah, it was a pleasure to work with very star-studded team. And for me, I think Waiting 2 was also an experience for me to actually, was my first experience directing a feature film. And the amount of communication that we did backstage, because it was an independent film, so a lot of things was done by me independently. So there's a lot of times that I have to confirm with the cast, reconfirm again. Alright, like I remember with Jamie's case, she was in LA, reconfirm, "Are you coming back? Please come back." No, don't leave it hanging like that.
Back.
Yeah, so that was the amount of adrenaline that I was feeling the whole time. And then when for Alicia's case, like, she went through an operation and stuff like that, so it's like, "Are you okay to do like a minor kind of fighting scene? Is that alright?" So there's a lot of things that you have to think about rather than just thinking about the progress of the film. I need to think about the welfare of the actors as well. And we bring in caterers, sometimes I cook for them as well. And a lot of my guy actors are just happy to, do the small favors, like, coming in early, preparing the food and stuff like that, all for the benefit of making a good film and for the benefits to impress. To impress who? One never knows. But it's always nice to see people working together, and because it was a pretty, interesting storyline. So I think that's the main factor that attracts a lot of people to come on board. If it's just a story about a goldfish and a cat, maybe people will just like, "Have you found your goldfish? Have you found a cat?" It's just a boring thing to work on. But actually, it was just the main cast was just like 5 of us. The whole film just surrounded around the 5 of us. But as the time goes on, more and more people just come on board. They just finished one film and then they just call me, "Hey, do you still have space for another tub?" I said, "We always have space for tubs, man. You have space for cops? We always have space for cops. But we don't have space for Bella or Beverly or stuff like that. But yeah, if you're coming as a tub or a cop, I'm more than happy to accommodate you." So that itself is an experience to think about. Not about what kind of role you're playing, but it's about that to make a difference with the kind of role. Like, we had this one actor. I think all of you know Paul Young.
Yeah.
Paul Young, the big guy
Yeah.
who sits who sits at the
He was
back
really
of
good.
the
Yeah,
sit at the back of the theater of the courtroom. That guy, because of his uniqueness, we actually created one role just for him because of his uniqueness, and he pulled it off so well that a lot of my actors, a lot of my producers were like saying, no, he should be the hero, and I was like, whatever, it's like, because he was unique in many ways. Like, he has that angry face. He's big. He looks unintimidated in many ways. But it was as much as people. The debate was like in the film they said that although Inspector Herman Adam was the one who initiated the operation, but all the operation that he did was he acted on Paul's undercover works and stuff like that. So yeah, basically he was voted as the hero for the film. Not that I'm happy for him.
We did enjoy working with Hillman too.
It wasn't too bad.
He was a really accommodating director and allowed us to all grow as actors as well. And we did get a say in a lot of the things that went on, which is really great as an actor to be able to work on such an accommodating set. So. Thank you. Yeah.
You really looked after us.
We appreciate it. Yeah, very, very grateful to be on this set.
Yeah, even I know sometimes they have very tight schedule, right? But I try to, always ask them, are you tired? Are you alright? Just have that simple, concern kind of thing. That makes a difference,
And we all want to thank you for the opportunity given to us as well, for taking on roles in the film as well.
Yeah, he has a role as well. Yeah. You will see him in multiple scenes in the film. Acting as he's acting as the most hated person in the film. Yeah, and for me he's mean. He's badass. But it's all part and parcel of convincing the audience of the kind of thing. And yeah. Alicia, you have anything to say about me?
Before we start blabbering,
Alicia, what are you doing? Say something nice about Hillman.
Because I believe everyone has their, experiences here. I mean, I learned a lot from the whole ordeal, but and I do not know about actors that much. Like, they are better actors than me, definitely. A lot of time they overshadowed me. A lot of time they were like saying that, Hillman, more emotion from you, man. You are crying, but you don't seem like you're crying. I was like, hey, give me a break, and I'm just filling in, It's like a lot of times producers are really mean to me, but I always stand straight, And basically, that's just keep a bold face. But a lot of times they compliment the actors' kind of acting, very convincing, I can feel her anger, I can feel her sadness, I can feel her tears. They always can feel theirs, but they can't feel mine. So at a certain point, I was like, okay, maybe I'm not made for an actor, but it's just part of the experience. And I've not shown this thing to anyone just yet. So just as only the producers watch this thing, but the actors they'll have a say about their acting as well. And I want to thank all the extras as protesters, because they come from all shapes, all sizes, and all backgrounds as well, all ages. Like, we have David Gaunt, one of our oldest actor in this film. I think he's 70, and he made time to come on board to do that Virgil scene. And it was like it was touching, because when I told him to sit down and he couldn't stand up, and then we all actually have to help him up, and it was that kind of commitment that I was like, he could have become a great actor, with that kind of sacrifice, that kind of commitment that he wants to be part of it. And it all boils down to the story. We have a good story. Everyone wants to be part of this story, and an Australian being hanged outside of Australia. Everyone wants to play a part in that. Everyone wants to fight for that.
So how anxious are you guys to see the film right now?
I'm really anxious, I guess, because I've never seen myself on film ever. So, and I had to cry the whole time, so I pulled the funniest faces I can imagine. I could just imagine me like, So yeah, I'm really anxious, but I'm excited.
You saw yourself on the trailer, right?
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, I don't know.
You saw that, but get used to it.
I'm always a little bit anxious to watch how things I've worked on turn out. I just want them to be good, I guess. But yeah, I'm confident that I put in all the effort, and I'm confident that Hillman made us look good. So
Better.
yeah, better.
I would have wanted her to wear a blue hair wig, you know, cord and stuff like that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, in my film, basically, I'll make everyone look beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, true.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hillman.
Yep.
So good.
Now, Alicia, say something.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch the movie. I'm very excited. That's it.
Okay.
Say something.
Yeah, I'm pretty keen to watch the movie too. Very excited because it's been a long progress, and we've seen photos, we've seen trailers, we've caught up in person since then, and it's just finally good to see all the hard work that cast and crew have put in.
Absolutely.
Just to see the final
Yeah.
product. Yeah.
Great. Looking forward to it, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, and yep, good luck to you guys after this film. It's been a pleasure working with all of you guys, and
Yes, and thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be returning to Singapore and moving to KL in the near future, and yeah, I'll be missing all these cars. You know, I do not know what kind of response I will get in Kuala Lumpur, but it's gonna be hard to start back from scratch. You know, after this film, I just wish that I could just stay down here and make another film, but yeah, you just have to make your next film somewhere else as well. So yep.
You can always call us.
You guys want to make the trip to make the trip to KL. Yeah.
But
But yeah,
shopping. Yes.
one thing I'm gonna say is that, like what General MacArthur said before he went to war, I will return. That's it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Promise me.
I promise, right? I promise. I promise.
Oh no, I see a spider web is tangled up with me, and I lost my head. The thought of all the stupid things I said. Oh, oh no, what's this? Spider web and I'm caught in the middle. So I turn to run. The thought of all the stupid things I've done. And oh, I never meant to cause you trouble. I never meant to do you wrong. But if I ever cause you trouble, I never meant to do you harm. Oh no, I see a spider web